Hello, I'm Henry Thuss.
And I'm Cooper Schoenberg. Welcome to Fast Five, put on by the Indiana University Media School.
Start your timers because our 5 minutes have begun. Last weekend, IU Volleyball hosted the Indiana Invitational at Wilkinson Hall. Our Ethan Benefel has the weekend recap.
Thank you, guys. I'm here outside Wilkinson Hall, where the Indiana Hoosiers just completed the Indiana Invitational. They played 2 games on Friday against the Chicago State Cougars and the Southern Indiana Screaming Eagles, where they saw themselves come out victorious both times. Against Chicago State, the Hoosiers won with a 3-1 set lead with multiple players in the double-digit kill mark. Later that day, against the Southern Indiana Screaming Eagles, the Hoosiers won in straight sets with, again, multiple players with double-digit kills. On Saturday, the Ball State Cardinals came into town looking to beat the Indiana Hoosiers. The Hoosiers came out quick with a 2-0 set lead against the Cardinals, but slowing down as the Cardinals regained and tied up the sets with a 2-2 tie. The 5th set was electric. The crowd was on their feet. The fans were cheering at every point. Indiana came out on top with a 16-13 victory, and the fans really brought their A game.
Again, man, fortunate to win. I thought the atmosphere was great. I thought the fans hung in there with us, and they were loud late when we needed it. And it's a really fun environment to play at Wilkinson Hall.
Thank you, guys. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Ethan. The Hoosiers traveled to South Bend to take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish Thursday, September 20th at 6:30 p.m. on ACC Network.
The Red Hot Hoosiers football team flew out to the West Coast last Saturday for their first conference matchup against UCLA. Indiana flew out to Pasadena seeking to prove that they are a team to take serious. The Hoosiers would do just that. Senior quarterback Curtis Rourke had a stellar performance, throwing for 4 touchdowns and 300 yards. Meanwhile, the defense stifled the Bruins, allowing 1 touchdown and a couple of sacks. Indiana would roll the Bruins 41-13. Rourke's connection to his receivers is building. The Hoosiers' offense is gaining momentum and is backed by a top 5 defense. This team could prove to be very dangerous. IU is even receiving votes in both the AP and coaches poll after the weekend. The Hoosiers are now 3-0 with the game against Charlotte at noon on Saturday.
Proud of our guys. We went in there, we wanted to play physical, tough, nasty, and we did. So it's a good win. We get to enjoy it for 24 hours, and Monday we're humble and hungry with our eyes on the next game.
Indiana men's soccer went out to Piscataway, New Jersey to face off against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights last Friday. It was a grueling match. Both teams could not get much offense going throughout the game. Sam Sarver missed off the post for IU. Nick Collins for Rutgers had a header go wide. And depending on your perspective, it was a masterclass sequence by Rutgers keeper Syrian Dalton defending back-to-back IU shots from Justin Weiss and Collins Odoro. Finally, in the 86th minute, Indiana senior Tommy Mahalik had some late-game heroics to give IU a 1-0 lead. The Hoosiers fended off the Scarlet Knights in a 1-0 victory and moved to 2-2-2 on the season. They now turn their attention to tomorrow against Evansville. That game will start at 7:30 p.m. in Bill Armstrong Stadium and can also be streamed on Big Ten Plus.
On the women's side, Indiana women's soccer opened up Big Ten play at home against the number 20 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. The Hoosiers did not have their greatest outing against the Buckeyes, missing shots early and allowing 2 goals in the first half, including this one to Buckeye forward Kaylin Dodokovic. OSU keeper Molly Pritchard kept IU from scoring all game, while Dodokovic would notch her 2nd goal of the game and 3rd for OSU on a penalty that would sneak under IU senior goalie Jamie Gerstenberg. The 3-0 loss snaps the Hoosiers' 15-game home win streak that went all the way back to 2022. They fall to 5-1-1 on the season and host UCLA this Thursday.
They deserve to win. I think over the course of the game, they were the better team, created better chances. Proud of what we did in the second half and actually got into the game, created some chances, obviously some moments inside the box that I think we were a little bit, I'll say on the I think we deserved the penalty that could have changed the game, and then, but again, we weren't good enough today.
Just like that, our 5 minutes are up. I'm Henry Thuss.
And I'm Cooper Schoenberg. Make sure to catch us on Wednesday for a preview of all your Hoosier sports. And again, thank you for joining us.